Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cyber Tutor channel. In today's episode of our Network Fundamentals for Cybersecurity Student series, we're going to break down an important networking security concept, the DMZ, or Demilitarized Zone. This is a key idea used in real-world enterprise security to protect internal systems from external threats. Today we'll cover what a DMZ is, how it works in a network, why it is used in cybersecurity, and why every cybersecurity student should understand it. Let's make it simple. What is a DMZ? A DMZ, Demilitarized Zone in networking, is a separate network segment that sits between the internal trusted network, like company systems, the external untrusted network, like the internet. In simple terms, a DMZ is a buffer zone that separates public services from private systems. Why is it called a demilitarized zone? The term comes from military strategy, where a DMZ is a neutral area between two opposing sides. In cybersecurity, internal network equals highly trusted zone. Internet equals untrusted zone. DMZ equals controlled middle zone. So instead of exposing internal systems directly to the internet, we place public services in the DMZ. How a DMZ works. Simple architecture. Let's break it down step by step. 1. Internet traffic comes in. A user from the internet tries to access a service like a website. 2. Request hits the firewall. The firewall checks the request and allows access only to specific DMZ services. 3. DMZ hosts public services. The DMZ typically contains web servers, email servers, DNS servers, proxy servers. These are systems that must be accessible from the internet. 4. Internal network stays protected. If the DMZ is compromised, attackers still cannot directly access databases, internal applications, employee systems, because another firewall layer protects the internal network. Simple DMZ diagram concept, mental model. Think of it like internet to firewall to DMZ, public services to firewall to internal network. 2 barriers instead of 1. Why DMZ is important in cybersecurity. Without a DMZ, attackers could directly target internal systems. One vulnerability could expose everything. No separation between public and private services. With a DMZ, attack surface is reduced, internal systems are isolated, attacks are contained. Monitoring becomes easier, against cybersecurity risks in DMZ environments. Even though DMZ improves security, it is not perfect. Risks include compromised web servers in the DMZ misconfigured firewall rules, lateral movement into internal networks, unpatched public services. This is why DMZ systems must be heavily monitored. Best practices for DMZ security. To secure a DMZ properly, use strict firewall rules. Least privilege access. Monitor all DMZ traffic patch public-facing servers regularly. Segment services properly. Use intrusion detection systems, IDS. Why cybersecurity students must learn. DMZ understanding DMZ helps you. Learn how enterprise networks are designed. Understand real-world firewall architecture. Analyze attack containment strategies. Prepare for SOC and network security roles. Build strong fundamentals in network security design. DMZ is a core concept in enterprise security cloud architecture, network defense. Real-world example. A company website is hosted in the DMZ. If attackers try to exploit it, they only reach the DMZ server. Internal databases remain protected. Security teams can isolate the threat. This is how real organizations protect sensitive data. The DMZ is one of the most important building blocks of network security architecture. It creates a protective buffer between the internet and internal systems, reducing risk and limiting damage during attacks. If you understand DMZ, you understand how real enterprise security is structured. If this video helped you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Stay curious, stay secure. See you in the next episode of our Network Fundamental series.